I'm Nathan Stone. This is my wife, Christy. We've been going to Ecclesia for a little over 5 years. We have 7 kids, ages 11 to 22. I've been involved in coordinating the Financial Peace University class that we do once or twice a year. And Christy is one of the kids' leads. Our initial, or at least my initial response to hearing about the building was just excitement, because as coordinating Financial Peace University, one of the hardest things is finding a time and place to have ministry here at the church. And a lot of times it's dictated by when somebody else isn't using the building. And so the thought of having a building that multiple things could be going on at once throughout the week, and the timing didn't matter near as much, just got me excited, knowing it was a big deal for the little parts we are a part of, but also just realizing there would be a lot more opportunity for ministry in our community.
I think like working with the kids ministry, I'm just excited about the opportunities we'll have to not only develop relationships like with the kids amongst themselves, but also ways we can bring the community into our space and host them, such as like what we've been doing with BBS, but we can do that in a more effective and even safe way for the kids.
Well, I think the outreach potential is just huge, because there's so much that this church already does and tries to do, that with the opportunity to free up the schedule and get more people involved, I just think it has the potential to explode in reaching the needs of our community. When we first heard about the By Faith initiative, one of the things that I wanted to do is do it as a family and not just figure out if there was a certain amount more that could come out of our budget, which was already fairly tight. But I wanted my kids to be involved and see God working.
Things as simple as just having a change jar on our fireplace, and people just put change or small bills in there. One of our sons does a lot of reselling online, and so he had decided that when he's paid in $1 bills, he'll put those in the jar. There was one time that someone paid him $300 in $1 bills, and so we were teasing him about that, and we're like, oh, you're gonna put those in the change jar, and came home and it was just, the change jar was just stuffed with dollar bills. And one of the things like our 13-year-old said recently about it was that it's been neat for him to see that he doesn't have to wait till he's older to be an active part of the body, and he feels like some of the things we've done together just gives him a feeling of just being part of this whole family as a church working together toward this goal.
Yeah, so regarding the principles of things we've learned from Financial Peace over the years and how that's applied to this By Faith initiative, a large part of that course deals with generosity. So if we learn to be generous people, even when we don't have much, then when we do have more, it just gets magnified by what you're able to do. But it's not you don't become generous because now you have money left over. But also just the concept of doing that first. Like, that's the first thing that comes out of the budget every month, and then figuring out what to work with and not leaving it to the last and seeing what we have left over.
As far as By Faith and developing our faith, it was helpful to have, for our family, to have something that was a little more open-ended. So we had a goal, but it's been fun to have these projects we've done together.
We wanted to pick a goal or something to strive for, but we didn't want it to be an easy thing or something that we could just fall back and easily do. We wanted to stretch us, to require us to trust that God would provide creative ways for us to be able to do this.